Thanks again for joining me for another weekly update. Apple just announced that they're gonna inject about 100 million in their latest effort to help with the issues of racial inequality and justice initiative. Okay, so that really says a lot about the current climate that we're in. And Apple did announce that as one of their most important announcements since the iPhone. Now that says a lot. Okay, a lot of people might have been disappointed because they were probably looking for a new device or something else to come out. But Apple went and dropped this bombshell. I did watch the video of them interviewing different people who are involved in the project, and I think it's a really good initiative, and it shows that a company like Apple is willing to take on these challenges. Whether it's for their own benefit or not is really beside the point, but if we can get more people into the right spaces, I think that will really help the efforts. So Apple announced this sometime earlier this week, and I'm happy to see it take place. Okay, so that's the first story on my list. Next story is some self-docking technology. So Volvo, I think they announced this about 2-3 years ago. Self-docking boat technology has finally kicked off. It's not ready. It's a reality. So what this looks like, I mean, I don't know how many people have money to buy a yacht, but I don't. But anyways, I find it to be interesting anyway. But you can basically get your yacht to park itself. So that's strictly down to artificial intelligence, the combination of GPS and sensors, all that crazy stuff put together. Anyways, I found that to be an interesting one. So that's number 2 on my list. GM, that's the next one on my list. So GM had their CES keynote announcement. So they're basically doing a complete rebranding. So they now completely 100% committed to the EV, electric vehicles space. Okay, and I did see some of their crazy future technology, flying type car that does vertical takeoff and landing. There was another one for, I think it was, the delivery, for delivery companies, and so they did an update about the Hummer EV and the Ultium battery as well, the Ultium battery system. So if you're interested, please do check that out. I think it's interesting. Third one on the list is when I first heard about this one, I was excited. Okay, I think this is a crazy idea, crazy in a good way. Okay, so those companies who can really rethink what we're currently doing are gonna be the ones to win in the future. That's my opinion. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these companies, the new upcoming, haven't had those fresh funding yet. Not many people believe in their story, but I do. Okay? So they're basically trying to use biofuel. So this company is called Blue Shift. They were set to launch their first biofuel rocket into space. I think they're that's gonna be on Wednesday next week that they'll actually be launching it because they had to delay it due to bad weather. Anyways, really interesting concept that they're moving away from jet fuel to using biofuel to launch a rocket into space. No, that's just thinking beyond. Okay, so that's good to see. Virgin Galactic is number 3 on the list. Now, Virgin Galactic is a company I personally hold, and I've held it since it was about $7 per share. I think it's something like $30 per share now. And it's good to see that they've gotten some cash injection from one of the most current legendary persons, Cathy Wood. She manages several ETFs now. Ark Invest is the company that she runs. Now, Virgin Galactic has gotten a $300 million boost. I revisited their balance sheet, and I can say that balance sheet is phenomenal. I think they have something close to nearly 1 billion in cash and something like 20 something million in debt. So they're in a very good position to keep growing and pushing the business forward, which is why I like them. And if I think about the future of space technology, I just get goosebumps talking about it, and really don't want to get into it right now. But yeah, that's interesting. Final story: Google and Fitbit finally completed their marriage. And I used to own Fitbit. I currently own Google. I used to own Fitbit. I sold off that position to invest in another company. So yeah, it's good to see that Fitbit is finally going to be put to better use. Fitbit was in a really good position to execute on their wearables, but I think they failed to execute, and that's basically the reason why they're not in a good position at the moment. But I'm just happy to see that Google has acquired them instead of them just going by the west side. Okay, and that's it for today. Thanks for joining me again. I'm out.